Welcome back to Shine's Good Fortune. So this is a different kind of video. It's not a pick a card reading video. It's just me discussing a couple things, and I did pull some cards. It's a longer video. So I don't know how long it's going to be actually, but we're going to see. So the first thing I want to talk about is that I wasn't allowed to do a tarot reading on Tafari Campbells' death. Now I want to make sure I'm pronouncing his name right. I'm thinking that it's pronounced Tafari Campbells. So we're going to go with that. So Tafari Campbell, from my understanding, he was a chef for the Obamas, for Barack and Michelle Obama, and he came up dead. I think they said he drowned. So it just sounds suspicious. People have been talking about it, saying with the Clintons, I think their chef had died, and people around the Clintons come up dead, and they think, some suspicions around this, right? So I'm not going to say, it just seems suspicious to me. And so I tried to do a reading on him. I was going to post it on YouTube. And so I have a process that I go through before I do readings, because I do personal readings as well. The thing is, the reason why I'm able to connect to people's energy, especially in personal readings, is because they allow me to. They're giving me permission. So when a person books a reading with me, you are giving me permission to connect to your energy. Okay. You have to have permission where you're supposed to. So I tried to connect to his energy, and something told me, I said, normally when I connect to a person's energy, I can feel like energy go through my body, and I can feel a charge of energy literally through my body. This time I kind of didn't. It was a little energy. And then I said, am I allowed? I said, can I connect to Tafari? And he told me no. He said no. And he said, because this is what I was told. He said no. And he said because he does not want his death to be used for entertainment purposes. Now, my intentions was good. However, from his perspective, my intentions was bad because I was going to upload it on YouTube and it would be used for entertainment purposes. So I perfectly understand. See, when you're connecting to someone's energy, you're supposed to get permission. And also when especially someone who's not especially, but when someone's just passed over, it doesn't matter when they passed over, but you're supposed to ask them, can I, connect to your energy? And especially if you're going to do a reading. I just got that he did not want me to do it because he felt it was going to be used for, he said his death is not to be used for entertainment purposes. And the bottom line was, I think if I had tried to do the reading and just did it because I wanted to know like what happened to him, and was this death a deletion, or was it truly an accident, and maybe he would have let me connect to him. But because I was going to post it on YouTube to garner view, because the point of doing the video is because I wanted to know what happened. It's suspicions around it, and also people find interest in this. So, but it would be used for entertainment. So he did not like that, and so you're supposed to ask permission when someone, especially someone has passed. And how are you going to use this information? Like, if you just want to know, not from being nosy, but because you truly care. And I care. I do. I wanted to do the reading because I want to find out what happened. I want to let everyone know, like, look, this is what happened. Like, I really want to expose something that maybe wasn't done right, or like not done right. Excuse me. I wanted to expose if he was deleted or if this really was an accident. Okay. I really wanted to expose this, but it's still being used, from his perspective, it's being used for entertainment purposes. You have to have integrity when you do readings, when you connect to spirit. Okay. Now, it was another time where someone passed, and I did not, just like I didn't know Tafari, this other young man was called Dakota. And I think he was 10 years old when he passed, and his father's in jail, and his father's girlfriend and her sister's in jail for his murder. And I was so disturbed by what they did to him that I asked Spirit, could I do a reading on him? But I had no intentions of posting it on YouTube. I was just, because he's a child, him being a child, I hate when people hurt children or hurt anyone. And I asked Spirit, could I connect to his energy? And the cards told me, yeah. And I started to cry. That's how emotional I was. And Spirit was just telling me that he's in a better place now. He's happy now. But when he was here, he was dealing with depression. He was in anxiety. That his father is getting his comeuppings. Spirit told me that his mother did not really care about him. and she got a settlement. I think they sued Child Protective Services because they were supposed to protect him. They didn't do what they were supposed to do, and the family, the mother got some money, but the mother did not even have custody of him. It's a long story, but his father, I mean, they had him eating his own feces. They kept him naked in the attic. His father was beating him up. The day he died, it appears his father broke off a piece of a table leg and stuck it in his anus. So basically, ard him. I mean, it just gets gruesome. And it disturbed me to the point I had to do I did a reading to connect to his energy, not to put on YouTube because I want to connect to his energy because I felt just so disgusting, just so hurt at how his life was and what was done to him. And it was so disturbing to me after I connected to his energy that I could not even sleep with, I normally sleep with one light on in my home, but I had to sleep with 2 lights on. To this day, I sleep with 2 lights on after connecting to his energy because he allowed me to connect to him. He knew I wasn't trying to post it on YouTube. I really wanted to know, was he okay? And he is okay. But I'm just saying to say that my intentions for Tafari wasn't bad at all. It's just I was going to put it on YouTube because people want to know. People feel like his death is suspicious and they wanted to know. And so, but why am I putting it on YouTube? What's the other, like, that's still for entertainment. He doesn't want his death to be used for entertainment. And so I perfectly understand. So out of respect, I'm not doing reading on him. Now, the next part I want to talk about is, I just want to ask you guys, are you incarnating? Do you plan on incarnating back on Earth? And this is just have a little dialogue. This is not to depress anybody or be pessimistic. I'm just talking how I feel about some things. I just want to know if you guys plan on incarnating back on Earth. You know, after this lifetime is over, do you plan on coming back here to Earth? If so, what kind of body do you plan on incarnating in? Do you want to be a woman or a man? You know, yeah, what race do you want to come back as? What type of life experience do you want? I'm just asking. I pulled some cards as far as with me. I don't plan on, I've made a decision. I don't plan on incarnating here again. And then I asked Spirit, you know, will I incarnate here again? I got the 5 of Swords, which is bad, about someone either being defeated or trying to up one. This is movement, leaving. This is coming together. And sadness. Like, no, I don't see me reincarnating here again. I think this is gonna be my last lifetime. Even if I plan, even before I incarnated here this lifetime, let's just say I planned on incarnating again. I have made a decision from this lifetime. I'm done. I don't intend on incarnating here again. It's many reasons. And also too, I currently don't have any kids, and I've been wondering if that's for a reason. I'm thinking this is intentional. Because I was with someone for a long time. We were about to get married. I turned out a marriage proposal. And I had dreams about him. I had a dream, literally, when I was with him, where a lady walked, me and him was walking. We were out somewhere. And a lady walked up to me in the dream and pointed to him and me and said, she said, "You're not supposed to be with him." Literally, this happened to me in a dream. She said, "You're not supposed to be with him." And I would get readings, and my mother would come through. And eventually she was saying, "Why are you even with him?" I had known this individual since I was 14 years old. We met in high school. I was told from someone meeting him years ago that me and him was brother and sister in a past life, and that's why it's hard for us to leave one another and break up with one another. And I did notice when I mentioned this in another video, when we met in high school, and he was like a brother to me. Like, I had no sexual attraction towards him. He didn't have it towards me. He would have girlfriends. I wouldn't be jealous. I would have boyfriends. He wouldn't be jealous. We wouldn't even hug, kiss, or nothing. Like, I felt closer to him than my own brother, who's a narcissist. Okay, I have more than one brother, but a couple of them are narcissists. But we weren't supposed to actually get into a relationship, but we did. I was warned. I literally remember, you guys, and this is a true story. I was going down to see him. I was taking a Greyhound, and I was waiting in line, sitting on top of my luggage, because back in the day, when you get on a Greyhound, you put your luggage in line, and you'll run to the restroom so nobody won't take your spot. So I was sitting on top of my luggage in line, and there was a watchtower. I don't know if you guys are Jehovah's Witnesses or you know about Jehovah's Witnesses, but Jehovah's Witnesses have a watchtower, like a little pamphlet, and that talks about different things about Jehovah. And I don't know, the pamphlet was right next to me. I don't know, like, how it happened, if it appeared, or I don't know how I went, you guys, but I remember looking through the pamphlet and reading, and it talked about friendship. It said sometimes you meet someone who's just meant to be your friend, but you want more with them, but you're not meant to be nothing but just friends. And that was trying to warn me that me and him was not supposed to be in a relationship. And I ended up being in a relationship with this man for years. And things just got worse over time. And he was emotionally abusing me. And it just got worse. But I couldn't leave him. And I was warned. And I think the warning came from the very beginning. From that day, I went down there to see him because he had ended up moving out of Chicago. And we didn't see each other regularly. And, you know, I'm going to say what transpired. But me coming out there to visit him, it got a ball rolling in a romantic way. And it wasn't supposed to happen. I had people come to me in my dreams saying, you and him are not supposed to be together. And so I never basically turned out his marriage proposal. He showed me his true colors after my father died. It got worse and worse. Like, he literally, when my father died, he was hoping my father left me some money so he could live off of me and the money. Like, literally, this dude is just demonic as hell. And I didn't end up getting pregnant by him. It was one incident we had where literally the condom had bust, like the tip came off, and I'm pretty sure he ejaculated inside of me, and I did not end up pregnant. Like, I wasn't meant to have no kids with him or to be with him, period. Not romantically, maybe as friends, but nothing more. So it brings me to what I'm trying to say. So I currently don't have any kids, and the way I feel now is, you know, if I was to get married and fall in love, I wouldn't mind. But actually, where I'm feeling now, maybe it's just meant for me to adopt or to have foster kids or something, because I don't plan on incarnating here again. And once I leave here, I don't even want no one left behind for me to watch over. Like, I don't want nothing to do with this place at all. So I don't know where like, I just really don't. I really don't like this place. Okay. It's too much injustice here. It's I'm gonna get into that in a second, but yeah, I don't plan on incarnating here again. So maybe I'm not meant to have biological kids for that reason, or I don't know. But if I don't have biological kids, then I'll just adopt or have foster kids, and I would love them just the same. But me not having biological kids, it won't necessarily make me sad, because I don't, like, I literally, and I hope this doesn't come out wrong, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so I don't think a child that I will produce would like it here. Like, for one, my vibrations is pretty high. Okay, so I don't resonate with people here very much. I don't resonate with this world. It's not the planet, it's the people here. I don't resonate with the people here at all. My vibration is quite high. It's high. I don't like it here. I remember my father told me when I was a little kid that he actually cried almost the first time I smiled. I've dealt with depression since I was a little girl. He said I would barely smile. He said also I would not play with the other kids. He said literally I would just sit there and watch the other kids like I was observing. He said that I wouldn't play with the other kids. Now, isn't that kind of strange? I was very quiet growing up, very shy, very sensitive. I'm an empath, so I absorb people's energy. So I just, I grew up in a very bad environment in Chicago, and I would beg my mom. My mother was alive. I said, Mom, let's move. I got tired of living in the hood. I got tired of being poor. I got tired of leaving out the house, and there was drug dealers on every corner. It would be to a point I would purposely leave out at night because there wouldn't be a lot of people out. I would hate walking past, so how Chicago is built, they have a lot of homes with porches. So you'll walk past a porch, and it'd be like 20 people standing there and just looking at you up and down. I was always very shy. I would hate walking past groups of people, extremely shy. And my dad said I wouldn't play with the other kids. I eventually started to play with the other kids, but he said I would just sit there and watch them. I never liked this world. I knew something was different about me, or something wasn't right here. I remember years ago I got a Akasha record reading. The lady told me, I said, look, something's wrong with me. I don't like it here. She said, you're not from here. You're from a planet called Hardar. I don't know if she was lying. She told me it was like a utopia. The opposite of here, because this is hell to me. The opposite of here, she said that it was like a utopia. And I said, are they human? She said that people weren't human there, which freaked me out. I remember I got a reading with Astro Boo Baby. He told me that I wasn't from here. Okay? That I was here to help break generational curses in my bloodline. Okay? People in my family are not like me. I have one cousin that's similar to me. Like, she's into meditation and stuff like that. But she's similar. She's still not quite where I'm at. spiritually, I don't think, but she's close, and she's my double first cousin. My mother and her mother are sisters, and my father and her father are brothers. That's how they met. My auntie and uncle met, and then they introduced my mother and my dad, and then my auntie had her and my mother had me. So we're double first cousins. We look alike. We're more like, quiet, kind of introverts, but we like being in front of like she does theater plays. She likes to be in front of the camera, but she's like laid back and quiet like I am, and I like being in front of the camera, but I'm naturally kind of laid back and quiet. It's just very similar. But yeah, like I was told I wasn't from here. And I believe in like the next incarnation, what I plan, I'm not coming back here. I want to go to a place that's like maybe 5D. I like being a woman. I like holding, and I also like holding a lot of feminine energy. Mind you, a male can hold a lot of feminine energy, and a woman can hold a lot of masculine energy. It doesn't matter. But I like being in a female body, and I like holding a lot of feminine energy. My experience being a black woman on this planet has been very bad. I've dealt with discrimination in the workplace. There's been research on this saying black women make less money than other people. And y'all, this video is not about that. I'm just telling you my experience. I grew up in the hood. I grew up feeling like disrespected by people, just feeling like I was being disrespected just because of me being a black woman. So next place I'm going, I want to look similar to where I look now, but I want to go to a place or a planet where they actually like black women. I don't feel here that people like black women. I'm sorry. Maybe if I was born in Africa, it would be different. But over here in America, my experience as a black woman, I don't feel like people like black women. Like, I don't feel some black men like black women. I just feel like we're looked at as in America, there's a certain standard of beauty for females, and we don't fit it because we look opposite in the standard of beauty. I feel it's a thing. There's some things going on in the black community that I don't want to talk about in this video, but black women we're treated pretty bad, okay? And I think it affects our dating life tremendously. And so the next place I'm going to counteract all this misery I've had experience here, I will look similar to what I look like now. I will be a so-called black woman on another planet. On this planet I'm going to, they will actually like black women. I'll be able to find me a husband because I plan on being so-called heterosexual. And having children. The planet is going to be high vibrational, you guys. And this may be 5D. It's going to be high vibrational. I'm going to be able to embrace what I look like, feel proud of what I look like, be so-called accepted for who I am. High vibrational woman who happens to be a woman with brown skin and big curly bushy hair. I'm going to a place like that. I also want to incarnate again with my mom and dad. I want my mother to be my mother in a female body in that next incarnation. I want my father to be my father, but I want to be I'm not coming back here. If they want to come back here, fine. I refuse to come back here. Okay, I don't like it here. Now I'm gonna tell you my disdain for this place, where this is coming from. So I don't mind a world where there's polar opposites. You have so-called good, you have so-called bad, and in between. I don't mind that. What I have a problem with, because this is the thing, because you can follow whatever path you want to. What I have a problem with, like, for example, with YouTube, you have this platform. It has been taken over by who's ever running it is suppressing certain people's channel, right? So they're letting certain people get to the top and certain people they're not. So you would say the demonic people are over this channel, okay? So why is there not a platform for people who like me? Why is there not a platform that's fair for everybody? The game is rigged over here on YouTube. Okay, so why is there not a platform that garners the same amount of viewership, the same amount of people visiting that platform the way people visit YouTube? Why hasn't the light side, because I consider this the dark side that's over YouTube, why hasn't the light side created, let's say, you people, social media platform where you upload videos, and over there they don't suppress channels as long as you're not spreading hate. They don't suppress channels and it's all good. Okay, over there you can organically grow. There's no suppression, but like basically this is the devil's playground, and light workers, high vibrational people are outnumbered. So there's a guy on YouTube, he mentioned that this, I don't know if this is true, he said this world is a virtual reality and that it's been hijacked It's a spiritual war going on, and also it runs off of numbers like 0001, 0001. And I think that's why we see like angel numbers, something about numbers. He's saying this is he said it's a virtual reality, and it's ran off of numbers like 001, and it's been hijacked by, I guess, some demonic entities. And I think I don't know if that's true, but it would make sense because this is not a balanced world. Like, the people that's running it, why does it seem all the bad people get to the top? Why, if you want to make a lot of money, especially if you want to be in social media or influencer, you got to go through so many channels, and it's like the bad people get to the top. Why don't the good people get to the top? Where are the good people to counteract this? Like, I'm not understanding what's going on here. So I'm just going to say this is devil's playground. This is the bad world. The bad entities are in control on this planet. Because if this was, good and bad, then the good, you will have spaces where you can go where it's good things going on, and you could make a lot of money by being a good person. You could get to the top. You wouldn't have to sell it's people have to sell their soul and sell out. That's what I'm trying to say, to get to the top. It's gatekeepers and all this other, but they usually are bad. Haven't y'all noticed that? So how can people are being, okay, so you need money on this planet to survive, right? But they make it to where most people are never going to make a lot of money and live no good life. That's demonic. So clearly the good people are not in control here. I'm fine with, I'm cool with the world with this. That's a challenge where, okay, you can follow the light, or you can find the darkness, or be in the middle. Okay, but it's different. It's a difference between you having a choice. And it's difference between a person putting their foot on your neck and holding you down. And here they're holding people down from getting to the top. That's the problem. They're deleting people. They're doing all type of stuff. So that's why I'm not, this place is too, this is, the good people get trampled on here. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. Like I said, I'm cool with a place that's, you have a choice. You got bad stuff going over here. You got good stuff going on over here. I'm cool with that, but I'm not, but this is different. This is where a person is literally putting their foot on your neck and holding you down to make sure you don't rise to the top. And that's what I cannot respect. They out here, like I said, deleting people, suppressing people, doing all type of crap. So I'm not coming back here. So whatever my mission is, once it's over, it's done. Okay. And it's over with. It's over. Sadness. It's over with. I'm done. I'm done. Like, I'm not, and I was just asking people, do you guys plan on reincarnating? I'm not trying to discourage anyone from, if you want to keep coming back here, fine. But some people keep getting looped here, and I guess they feed off our energy or something. They're not looping me back here. I'm very aware. I'm very conscious, and my vibration is fairly high. So you're not getting me back coming here. This place once again, it's nothing wrong with a challenge, but this is beyond. This is where somebody is intentionally stopping you, and I don't have time for this. Okay. Especially, I can't even see the people that's stopping me. Like, I can't even, they unseen. They like, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm done. Another reason why I'm not coming back here. Once, like I said, the unfairness. I've known women who have been AR'd. There's someone in my family that was AR'd by multiple men. She was, by multiple men at the time, gained AR'd. Then they found her and hit her and hit her with a car. The people in my family had moved to get her out the city. They found her, maybe because they didn't want her to press charges, I don't know. And they found her, I think, some years later, and hit her with a car and left her in a ditch. Her whole body was in a cast, like her legs was in a cast, and it was a sling. Her leg was in a sling. Like, she was laying in the bed and they had her leg elevated. She had a cast, I think, from like all over her body. From her legs was in a cast, her arms was hanging up. And my mom showed me the pictures. I mean, just to this day, this family member, she walks with a limp and she's not quite right in the head. Okay. I can tell you story after story. Okay. I know a young lady that died, I think 6 months or a year before my father passed. My uncle was dating her mother. She died of HIV. She was very pretty, young. Her boyfriend gave it to her. Okay. This is the kind of world I can go on and on and on. I'm not trying to depress anybody. I'm just saying I've experienced a lot. I've seen a lot. And like I said, my father died in my car, so I witnessed someone I love very much die. My mother slowly died of cancer. I watched her die. It goes on and on and on, baby. Like, it's nothing you can't tell me that either I've experienced or I've seen or known somebody who experienced it, or if I haven't experienced it, or I don't know nobody that has experienced it, it still won't be far-fetched to me because I know the kind of world we in. I mean, I believe this is hell, honestly. So that's my perception of this place. And I'm not finna keep volunteering coming back to hell. Okay. I'm not, so I'm just saying I'm not incarnating here again. The stuff that these people doing in so-called Hollywood, Hollyweird, just all type of stuff. Like, nothing to they're doing. And this last thing I'm going to say before I'm out of here. One of the things they do to suppress people, and one of the worst things you can do, is stop somebody from living out their purpose. I've known people, I've heard people who have off themselves because they went to be a celebrity, they went to be to play music, to be in a spotlight, and they had to sell, they didn't make it, so they off themselves. It's just, when you can't, we have to so-called make money here. Without money, you can't have nothing here. So most people say, okay, if I got to make money, I got to be at a place all day to make money. At least I could do something I enjoy. But then when you're being stopped from doing something that you have a passion for, something that you're good at and you're talented at, it brings on depression, brings on sadness. I know someone that she works at a bank, but her passion is to do theater plays. I've seen her perform. She's awesome, but she's on antidepressant pills and anxiety pills because she's depressed. I mean, it's other things going on, but the fact that she's at this job all day, and then the little time she has to devote it to what she has a true passion for. It ain't fair, because she's not making money from doing her true passion, so she got bills to pay. I'm done. I don't want to undo this monetary system. I want to say, you guys, this is the kicker here. This is catch-22. Money isn't evil. It's how it's being used. Money's neutral. It's neutral. It's how it's being used. We don't need money. We don't need to be under a monetary system. But since we under it, you need money. You can't really change the world without having money. And so the beings that have taken over, they know you, because we're under a monetary system, that you need money to have power. Once you have power, you can do whatever you want. You can influence. You can do whatever you want. So once you get the power, once you get the money, you have the power. Then once you have the power, you can suppress people. You can suppress a YouTube channel. You can stop a person from spilling the beans. You can delete them. Like, you can pay somebody because you have money to pay people. You got to understand something. In this realm, the way this is set up, by us being on a monetary system, you have to have the money to have power. So the bad entities have gotten the power. Now they're using the money to do whatever the hell they want to do. So when people try to stand up and do the right thing, they suppress you, or they delete you, or they do whatever. You see what's going on here? That's why I won't be returning here. The game is rigged. And I'm on the losing end of it. So they can have it. One thing, they have one against me. I'm not going to stop doing videos or anything like that. But they have one against me as far as I'm not returning here. So they can forget it. So excuse me. They have one against me when it comes to that. I'm not coming back here. I have no interest. Like, I'm not excited about it. I don't think like, oh, I want to come back here and do this and be a celebrity. I don't want nothing to do with this place. This place is tainted. It's tainted, and it's not fair. It's one thing to have, free will and say, I want to follow the dark path or the light path. But when it's pretty much rigged to where all the people that's bad get to the top and they running everything, I mean, it's not a fair game. And I'm not playing for a game that's not fair. So whatever I came here to do it, and I'm out. I'm kicking rocks. I'm done. Once I'm done, I won't be. And I'm bringing this up because the lady on YouTube, she's a gold digger. I'm not gonna say. I think her name is Sheba7. She has 300,000 subscribers. She's a gold digger, and she said that she wants to incarnate here again just to find a man that's even richer than her husband and do it all over again. So she likes to see people who are narcissists and gold diggers and stuff like, they like this kind of environment where it's all about money and not having emotions. So like, she's not emotional, so she can, date. She said she got married for lifestyle. She didn't marry her husband because she loved him, because he was married when she got with him. So she was a mistress. So she's cool with that type of lifestyle because she's not emotional. So this kind of realm, basically, if you're a narcissist, I don't know if she's a narcissist or not, but if you're a narcissist and you're unemotional and this kind of, and you're all about just status, this kind of realm works for you. Cause you can use people, get to the top, look past certain things. But if you, like me, you have emotions and you have compassion for people and you're high vibrational and you want everybody to have food and you want to work as a community and build a nice world, then you're probably going to suffer and you're not going to like it here very much. And like I said, me having kids, my thing is, a kid that I will produce wouldn't like it here. They're not going to like it here. And I want to be able to protect my child the way I want to. I want to be able to protect them. And I don't want them to go through the sadness I haven't had to experience being here, and other people have experienced being here. So I don't know. Like, if I don't have biological kids, I'm fine with it, because this ain't no place for no high vibrational child. Like, I don't know who would want to come. Anyway. So yeah, I just want to get that off my chest. I won't be reincarnating back here. If y'all are, it's nothing, tell me if you are and what you like, if you was to incarnate here again, what would you like to do? Who would you like to be? What would you like to experience? You want to change the world? You just want to make a lot of money, or you just want to live, regular life? But like I said about money, it's a catch-22, because here you need money. Okay, but we could eliminate money completely, but people are not open to that. I'm against the monetary system. We need to just remove it. And just remove it. But since we still have it, you gotta have money here to get anything moving, anything shaking. Without money, it's a wrap. Okay, you're gonna be living hand in mouth, barely making, and that's gonna cause depression. So it's a cycle until we need to just remove the monetary system. Period. But people are not up. People can't even wrap their mind around that. I'm past the monetary system. I see what's going on here. The money isn't bad. It's being used for bad. The money isn't bad. The money itself is not bad. It's not evil. It's being used for evil. It's like this card. I can use this card to get information for good or bad. It's not the card. It's the person that's operating it. Okay? So I'm saying, since these bad entities are in control, let's get rid of the money. I mean, we don't. Anyway, that's all I want to say. Are you guys incarnating back on Earth? If so, why? If not, tell me why. Have a great day.